What's up, people? Hope people can hear me. I didn't even do a sound check. Let me go do my sound check. Mic check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. Yeah. Let me go see if I can find what I be. What I need to find. Hope all is well. Hey, um, man, I appreciate that, Dr. Crutchfield. I'm admired by your work ethic. Hopefully this is inspired someone, encourages someone uh, to move forward, and understand that uh, being stagnant doesn't make you better, doesn't make you get better any faster. Right? I think I talked about this months ago. uh, I don't know when I stopped doing these, um, but I was encouraged to pick it back up uh, by my fiance. Matter of fact, she told me a couple different times. And people may ask, why did I stop? Well, I stopped because I didn't know how to uh, just how to handle uh, all the things that was going on with me and be able to share that with people. You know. But before we get started, you know what I'm saying? I was looking at some algorithms for not algorithms. I was looking at my Instagram page and looking at the different videos that I've posted, and some of the postings that did really well with my dad jokes, right? And so I'm gonna read a couple of dad jokes to you, and you let me know what you think, right? And you can share these at family events, office, or just casual conversation. What does a baby computer call his father? Data. That's the first one, right? Um, I only seem to get sick on weekdays. I must have a weakened immune system. Tell me which one you like best, number one and number two. What does a baby computer call his father? Data. It's number one, and number two is I only seem to get sick on weekdays. I must have a weekend immune system. That's crazy. All right, so here we go. What's been going on? I guess for the past almost a year now, right? 2022. I got offline um, to try to be focused on other things, and but I did get a chance to kind of get back into doing podcasting on Mondays at 8:30, where it's about parenting and fatherhood. Um, but since then, some things have happened. I met uh, my bride in January of last year, January 2020th. Didn't know that she gonna be my bride. Right, we just having a just ended up conversing, and things sparked from there, from a conversation. There's other videos that tell you how we met, but the grief journey has been up and down. Obviously, um, during the past year, I could say that um, God has actually, done some things in my heart and in my life that I didn't know that He would do. Right. I didn't know that He would be working on mending my heart so soon, as some people would say, so soon. Whatever soon is, right? Everybody is different, and what I came to find out is that men, move forward a lot sooner than women. But nevertheless, um, in the process, I have been learning how to, when moments of grief come, like a wave comes, like there have been less waves come. What I do is I embrace them, as I have continued to do before. You know, what counseling was telling me is to allow the moment to uh, be what it is. I mean, it's saying that you miss the person, right? But at the same time, it's an indication that you also love that person, right? And so for me, I've been able to embrace those moments as well as talk to my kids about it, you know. And I tell my kids, um, it's okay to to miss mommy, as well as um, love and appreciate Kendra. And that was one of the things that they were struggling with at some point in time. And as a father, I mourn for them missing their mom. But what they tell me is that yes, it's hard, but they have been able to move forward and enjoy life, and wanting me to experience life with them. In the sense of like, because I'm taking on double roles, if you will. My time is very slim in giving it to them. And so that's been a part of the grief journey now, because now that I've entered back into, working or finding a job, whatever the case may be, uh, I don't have as much liberty and freedom to uh, pour into them or spend time with them like I would like. So that has been very much of a challenge, because for me as a dad, not growing up with his father, that's one of the main things that I wanted to make sure that my kids knew that I'm here for them, and that I never leave them, and so that's what it's been like over the past year, uh, that I asked them their score, and for the most part they've been in between eights and tens, you know. And what that means is that eight means that I'm having a steady day, I'm solid, and I'm having a pretty good day. Nine means I'm having a really solid day, great day. And 10 means I'm having an excellent day. And we share and talk about different things about, uh, I appreciate that. Absolutely. Thank you for stopping by, Power and Faith. And so what I've been able to reconcile is that they want to talk about Jen as much as possible, and they enjoy reliving the moments that they've had. So for me, I have to bring those things up, because they're not willing to. Right? There may be a situation where they say, you know what, I remember going here. I remember mommy did this. And at one point in time, they were afraid to say that in front of Kendra, but Kendra said, "No, that's don't be afraid or shy or whatever from talking about your mom." She's like, "I want to know about your mom. I want to know who she is, who she was, you know, and be able to learn about her through you all." And so that's been very helpful, having a woman that is very understanding of where you are at the time that you're there, you know. So I would say, like I was telling somebody today, that I know that I'm doing way better than most people. you know I'm doing way better than most people. There are other things outside of uh, the grief that I have to deal with on a day to day basis, that I have a hard time with, you know. But as it relates to missing Jen and moving forward, I rest in the fact that I have one is that the conversation that her and I had, months before she passed away, which was she wanted me to move forward, and she wanted me to find somebody that would love. All she said, I remember the conversation. She was like, would you remarry? Would you want me to remarry if you were to pass away?" And I was like, "No, why would I want that? As if I can do anything about it, right?" And she said, "Well, I want you to get remarried if something happens to me, because the kids need a mother." Is what she said. And all I ask of you is that they love my kids. That's it, right? And who knew that it would be a few months later that she would no longer be with us, and I would be left to decide if I was going to find somebody or not. And I was not. Uh, I think I was subconsciously looking for someone, um, but very hesitant in doing so because I understood what I felt like I understood, the burden that I would be putting on someone coming into my space, if you will, having a being a widower and having four kids. One or two kids is a lot. When you're not the parent of that kid, right? But four, that's a lot. And so for me, having Kendra in my life has been a godsend, and I tell her that. Uh, Hopefully, I tell her that regularly. So in this journey, over the past year, I've been in and out trying to look for, what's my next place to be, right? Like, what's the goal? And I would ask God, like, why am I here? What is it that you want from me in this particular time and space and moment? And I don't know if you saw the thumbnail, but it kind of shows the transitions that grief has, and it's very circular at times. Like, there's a denial, there's a frustration, there's an anger, uh, there, and then there's a come to a point of where you just realize that they're not coming back, right? And that's happened to me. And then at times when it's just um, I just feel like there is no way that I can move forward. Right, there has been those times, but more times than not, I've been able to say God got me, and that's been most of the time. But then there have been times where I'm like, God, why do you not like me? Right, that's I've had those moments as well. And so for anybody that is dealing with grief, one of the things that I would say for you to do is to make sure that you treat it like an injury, or that you're sick. You want to make sure you get well, or get past it, get over that sickness as fast as possible. So whether that's taking medicine, right? If it's a sickness, and some people may have to have surgery. If it's something worse, right? So get around people that understand your perspective as well. One of the things that I did was joined a group on Facebook that is kind of like a people that have lost their spouse, and so I would be in the group, and then we would encourage each other, and we read the post, and we would share our testimony or our thoughts on situations. Even in that group, they would ask, okay, well, when do you start dating? How do you deal with the, you have these kids and things of that nature. Like, it was all types of questions um, that were being asked, and people would respond and answer and be encouraging to people. And some of the things were scary for me, because to start dating or to look for somebody, because I don't really believe in dating. I believe that you should be in the mindset of trying to find somebody to marry, period. And in the process of me reading these, reading what they would say, it made me really nervous about even being in that market. However, God had a different plan. So, how I navigate now being in a relationship is that my focus is all about her. as it relates to building a relationship with her. I don't compare her to Jen. I don't see them as anything to being the same. And I've always been like that as it relates to dating. I don't compare. It doesn't make any sense to do that. Um, and so I think that when I was reading the Facebook groups, they were focused on that person's not like the person I used to have, so I can't move forward. Um, and so you also want to get around people in where did I go? I went to like a grief share group, and I would share my thoughts and my feelings based on what the topic was for the day. And sometimes those were very hard moments, and sometimes those very and even though it was hard, it was good because I was able to hear my thoughts uh, outside of what I was on the outside, me talking, and then I did not know that it was helping somebody else. Uh, and so God puts us through uh, these scenarios ultimately for Himself, and that is a challenge and a struggle for me to understand that what I'm going through is to bring Him glory, and also to help somebody else. But at the same time, uh, I I trust Him. I trust Him, um, because He's come through so many different times. Like, and I mean, He's come through a lot of times for me, right? And um, also, um, Jen would not, like, as we had those conversations, she wouldn't want me to uh, just mourn her the whole time like that, uh, and it's not healthy either, because I'm not able to be around for my kids, and they need me, right? They need me more than ever. So how it's been going pretty solid. If I needed to pinpoint something, I would, I, what was cool about this holiday season was, Kendra's a part of the family now, right? And so she joined into the festivities of making memories. And one of the memories that we did was we went to Enchanted at the Fair Park, and we got to ride together. She has a daughter that's 21, and so we have 5 kids now, right? So it's like, well, 21 is an adult, but nevertheless, we have 13, 11, 8, and 4, and we're out there. It's cold, okay. However, we're enjoying ourselves, seeing the lights, ice skating. I did a horrible job at ice skating. I literally held on to the pole the entire way around, and I'm thinking that I'm helping my 4-year-old daughter, but I slowed her down, and she wanted to go again. Like, she did not care that she was falling. Think about that. She did not care that she was falling down. She just kept getting back up. She would fall on the ice, even though she's holding on to this rail. Get back up, and I'm like, oh man, okay. She's basically, I'm good. We go around. It takes us probably about 25 minutes to go around because I'm just going very slowly. She's like, Dad, I want to go again. It's like, I don't. And so Kendra comes along. She's skating. Joshua's skating. Gianna's skating. Kimber's skating. Ethan's behind me, acting just like me, right? And Kendra says, Jordy, you want to go again? Yes. And so Jordy goes with Kendra, and they skate, and Jordana is skating with no rails with Kendra, and just relying on Kendra to help her. And that mindset is what we all need to have, that no matter how many times we fall, right, that if I keep doing what it is that I'm doing, which is the effort in moving forward to get to where I want to get to ultimately, then I will be productive and successful. And that's something that I didn't even think about until now. And also in addition, here you have Kendra, who was like, I'm finna get my daughter. I'm finna help her skate, right? And it was a cool thing. And another thing that we did, we went to Dave and Buster's. You know, everybody didn't want to play video games, but they end up playing video games. It's like, that's not what I do. But then they end up doing it and enjoying it, right? Uh, and so that was really cool. We had movie night, we had game night, so it was just another time to, kind of come together as a family and do things together, and the kids really enjoyed that time because that's a tradition that that the kids and I enjoy. Um, and now this week, like today, and hopefully I'll come back to do these on a regular basis, and they won't be as scattered and as long. But they to kind of tell you about my week or something like that. So today I had to get everybody to a different birthday party, and it required a lot of driving to a degree. uh, and so, yeah, Jordy, who had a birthday party of her cousins, they only live 2 minutes away. And so, oh, by the way, whenever you have a plan with your spouse, your significant other, stick to the plan unless you're able to change the plan earlier than at an earlier point. Don't do what I did, which is wait 10 minutes before the plan's supposed to be. It causes problems. But nevertheless, I take her to her cousins. Then I take Gianna to Kendra's makeup school in Dallas, Southside of Lamar. Shout out to KSBS Studio. So they had a makeup party for some 11-year-old girls. So if you know anybody that wants to have a makeup party, check out KSBS Studios. So Gianna, who doesn't like putting on makeup, she was the model today for Kendra, and she enjoyed herself. Even though she felt weird doing it, she said she really enjoyed herself, and she wore the makeup all day. And some people saw her. They didn't say you look nice in your makeup. They was just like, "Oh, I like your cat ears." Like what? Like, because she has the cat ears for that are she got them for Christmas, that are headphones, right? That was so crazy. But nevertheless, she enjoyed herself, and so took the boys to a hiking birthday party, and then me and G went to have lunch, and then we came back and got Jordana and came home. I had to take a quick nap, and here I am trying to talk to you about my grief journey. So this is I'm sure it's some type of episode. I don't know. So I just started with 15. But I say all that to say this, that do not allow somebody passing to be the end of what you have to do. Don't let someone's passing be the end of what you're supposed to do. So, with that being said, I appreciate you tuning in. Please share this with somebody that you think would be encouraged by it. And if you're on Facebook, like it. If you're on YouTube, like the video, comment. Let us know where you watching it from. And you can also check out the merchandise at www.humbledad.life. And until next time, we out here. Deuces.